It's raining. Welcome back to Beauty and Bee Movies. I do want to say right off the bat, there is some inconsistent lighting in this video because it got extremely dark towards the end of the video and started thunderstorming outside. As much as I love a thunderstorm, it's not the best timing. If you hear any thunder in the background or see any flashes of lightning when I film my intro and my outro, if you are able to get through that, I appreciate it. Today we're going to be talking about the 1979 film Tourist Trap. You ever heard of it? I had not until about like a year and a half, maybe 2 years ago, when I stumbled upon it on good old Prime Video, and holy shit, this is a weird movie. Today is one of those rare occurrences where the makeup doesn't really have anything to do with the movie. Usually I try to kind of match them up, make it all like cute and like this was inspired by this. Yeah, today I just kind of wanted to work with this really cool lavender eyeliner I got from Melt Cosmetics. It's part of their Edward Scissorhands collab, and I just wanted to play with it. So I did this kind of like lavender blue inspired look. Kind of goes in theme with all the rain that's happening outside. So yeah, sure, let's say I was inspired by the weather. Our film today is about a group of friends that have a little bit of car trouble, and they stumble upon a charming little tourist trap and a creepy old timer with a very interesting hobby. He's got a ton of mannequins and wax figurines kind of strewn about his property, and creepiness ensues. So if you are interested in hearing me talk about Tourist Trap, one of the weirdest films I've ever seen. I'll say it about 40 times in the video, but this is rated PG. I've reviewed a PG film once here before. It was Saturday the 14th. If you haven't seen that, please go check it out. I feel like that one was not like a super popular one, so definitely check it out. It's hilarious. It's so funny. Yeah, that one was silly, goofy, fun time, right? Very ridiculous and fantastical. This one is actually genuinely creepy. For being PG, I'm kind of gagged. Like, this one scared me a little bit, not gonna lie. Not scared me, but creeped me out. It creeped me out. And you'll see why. Stay tuned to listen to me talk about Tourist Trap and do this little lavender moment on my eyes, and let's get into it. Today is my favorite type of day. It's a day to record, and it's perfect. Overcast, but no rain. The rain. Let the rain fall down. There's leaves on the trees again. I've got a lavender candle burning. I'm feeling very zen. Let's talk about Tourist Trap. I'm about to feel not zen because this movie is uncomfortable. I feel like that's a bad way to put it. I had a good time watching it, but I was nervous chuckling through a lot of it. So let's get started. I'm also using these little e.l.f. Thirst Burst drops. I think this is typically like a serum, from what I understand, like a serum before your moisturizer. But as a hydrating primer, this works really well. You don't have to use a primer, but you should be using like a moisturizer or something to prep your skin before you put foundation straight on it. We're gonna do the Orange Kiss Alani today. She's all right. I think I've said before 7 out of 10. I'm gonna stand firm on that. It does taste like an orange soda, like a Fanta or an orange Faygo. You can tell I'm from the Midwest. Talk about Faygo. Isn't it only Michigan that has Faygo? I don't know, man. I just work here. Fuck this shit, I'm out. So right off the bat, we get started with our movie, and it's weird pretty much from Jump Street because we've got this like music indicating that we're about to watch like a silly screwball comedy, like we're not about to watch a silly screwball comedy. This movie may be rated PG, but we'll see as I get into it. That PG rating is questionable, and I kind of want to know why this was ever rated not R. Weird start to the movie, but let's meet our cast of characters, shall we? I am gonna lay my base down really quick. I'll try to kind of talk as I go. So we've got Eileen and we've got Woody. They're a couple and their van broke down. Been there. We've got Jerry, who is one of their friends. We've got Molly. She's in all white, so this is a horror movie. We know what that means, right? And we've got Becky. Becky looks familiar, or actually I should say sounds familiar, because when you hear her voice, you can definitely tell. She is Midge Pinciotti from That 70s Show. She's Donna's mom in That 70s Show. That was kind of a cool little like unexpected celebrity cameo, I would say. And I know That 70s Show, like I know some of the actors from there are definitely trash human beings, but but it's still one of my comfort shows. I know, cancel me, I get it. We gotta separate the art from the artist. It's a really good show. Damn, Jackie, I can't control the weather. I feel like Ashton Kutcher was like my first celebrity crush as a child, and I think it's because of that 70s show, actually. Which is weird, because he's the dumb one. Thought about this before. I've dated someone almost really similar to Kelso, very similar to Hyde, and my current fiance is basically Eric Foreman. So I don't know what that's about, but who cares? Let's get back into the movie. We've got our little friend group here. As I said, Eileen and Woody, their car broke down, so Woody is heading over to get some help. He stops along the way and kind of finds what I think is a pretty clearly deserted gas station.
Hello? Hey, can I get some service?
How about no? I don't think anybody's there. But actually, I'm wrong. There is somebody there. So Woody goes looking around. He's trying to find some help. He does the classic wander around, trespassing. Hello, anybody there? We all know this old song and dance. Kind of walking into random rooms uninvited and looking for help. I would hope that we wouldn't all be kind of wandering around in property that doesn't belong to, like, you can't do that, right? Well, he happens upon what he thinks is a person in a bed. Judging by that fucked up wig, I can tell that that's probably not a human. He stumbles upon this creepy sight. I guess this is like a mannequin that laughs at him.
Ma'am.
I don't know how it's animated and how it's making noises if it's a mannequin. Honestly, I'm gonna tell you right now, with this movie, everything I say, I realize that it is quite fantastical and extremely strange and bizarre. Yeah, that's the best word to describe it. This movie's bizarre. But we just have to go with it. Bizarre things keep happening. So weird shit continues to happen. A window just breaks on its own. Woody gets locked in the room with the mannequin. I don't fucking like that. And he also gets locked in the room with whatever this thing is. So I don't think any of us like where this is going. What an opener. What a way to start a film. This is all very confusing. Like, how is any of this happening? It'll kind of make sense. Things just start flying at him. Like, it's almost like some unseen forces throwing things at him. But unfortunately for our pal Woody here, he joins a legendary and unfortunate group of horror film characters as the first character to die. He is impaled by some kind of metal pipe, and we get a very strange death scene. Just watch. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that face, and I really don't know about all the mannequins like laughing as he dies. So his last sights on Earth are all these fucking weird ass mannequins like teeheeing and laughing it up. Sucks to be Woody. Rip. I also do want to say I'm using a new concealer today. It's this Essence Silky Blur concealer. Oh, let me be like an influencer. This Essence Silky Blur concealer. I used it yesterday and the coverage was not enough for me. I do like this applicator though, this little like slanted triangle. It's nice. But I'm gonna try to build coverage today, and if I can't get enough coverage to cancel out these dark ass under eyes, I'm gonna be pissed. Can't be that mad. I think this concealer was like $6. If it doesn't work, that is a little bit on me. Really tuck in for this one, you guys. It's gonna be a long one. I had something to say about almost every scene because this movie is so freaking weird that there wasn't a lot of like filler scenes that I could cut out, I think, for the most part. So we're riding along in Jerry's car. You know, they're just kind of chilling, hanging out. They're looking for Woody because, you know, he's gone to look for help, and they're gonna go find him is the whole thing. And they're riding along in their bonnets, you know, like you do. And it seems that Jerry's car also runs into some issues. What are the odds? Kind of strange, you know? This is 1979. Cars are probably like, I don't know, like $30. You get what you pay for. So yeah, they do decide to stop at this little, it's called Slouson's Lost Oasis. It's a little tourist trap.
Oh my God, bro.
They stop there and the girls decide, you know what, while you work on the car, Jerry, like good luck, by the way, peace. We're gonna go swimming in the watering hole. It's actually kind of, it looks nice. I would want to swim there too. Anyway, they decide to go swimming, and this is a horror movie in 1979. So swimming, we all know what that means.
We can't go swimming anyway. Why not? We didn't bring our bathing suits. So, who needs a bathing suit?
Before you boob and bush lovers get too excited, remember this is rated PG, so you're not gonna see anything. If you were tuning in because you thought, oh, maybe I'm gonna get to see Midge Pinciotti's marvelous mommy milkers, you're gonna be sorely disappointed. There's no boobs, there's no butts, there's no bush. Sorry, it's 1979, so you know it would be a fucking bush. Whoa. Our girls are swimming around in the watering hole, you know, having a good old time, and our little nudie Judies get discovered by the 10-gallon hat wearing, gun toting Mr. Slauson. He is going to be definitely an important character for us, and this is kind of our first intro to him. As these young ladies are swimming in the nude, he just kind of like comes up and sits next to the water and starts talking about his business and like how it's not doing so well.
I charge 75 cents a day to swim here. Not no more, though. And then the government decided to build a new highway.
It's quite creepy. Just the power dynamic is weird. Like, why are you hanging out while these girls are naked? I guess he owns this little watering hole. It's part of his property or whatever. They apologize for trespassing. But you know what? Maybe Mr. Slauson's not so bad after all. He offers to help with Jerry's car. He's like, you know what? I'll help you fix this. Cool. Thanks, man. He lets the girls get dressed. He takes the gang back to his like deserted wax museum. I guess that's Slauson's lost oasis. It's this deserted wax museum full of these creepy figurines. Great, right? It's a good time. Like, it's really fun, cool place to hang out. It was giving me like Psycho meets House of Wax vibes. It's off the beaten path. Like, nobody really comes around here anymore. This guy's just kind of a loner. He has a weird hobby of like with all these wax figures or whatever. It was feeling very much a marriage of House of Wax and Psycho. Oh, look who it is. Baby Clover. Not using her stairs. I literally bought her stairs because she has arthritis and she still sometimes doesn't use them. So he brings them, he's like letting the girls hang out at the wax museum while him and Jerry go to try to fix the car. And he kind of stops to talk to the girls for a second. And I gotta say, this is the first time we see him without his hat on. And a shaggy blonde, like circa 2010 Justin Bieber bowl cut was not on my bingo card for what this man had underneath that hat. They got me, gal. Before he leaves to help Jerry with the car, he kind of explains that the wax figures were made by his brother who left for the big city. You know, these big cities, they're full of wax figure creators. Apparently his brother skipped out, left for the big city, and left him with all of this wax. And he also takes kind of a weird liking to Molly right away. Remember, Molly's kind of the good girl. She's wearing all white, you know, final girl energy. She's kind of friendly and nice to him. She thinks he's just like, you know, this lonely old man or whatever. So she's nice to him. He takes a liking to her. He's kind of being chatty with her in particular. And I didn't like that. It really gave me Motel Hell vibes. I don't know that I can recommend the film, but you should definitely go watch my review of that. And you can see exactly how I felt about Motel Hell. It's a movie. Definitely check that out after this one. Maybe make a whole night of it. Pop some popcorn, throw some pizza rolls in the oven, get ready to unpack some serious trauma. Mr. Slauson ends up leaving. He's like, okay, like, bye, I'm gonna go help Jerry now. And Eileen decides, understandably so, that Slauson's creepy and that he's hiding something. And she thinks that because there's this house that's kind of adjacent to the little wax museum or whatever that they're in, the Lost Oasis, if you will. There's a house that Mr. Slauson says belongs to a man named Davy, who is his neighbor. And Eileen kind of wanted to use his phone because Mr. Slauson says that his phone doesn't work. Red flags everywhere, waving bright red flags all over the place. So Eileen's like, you know what, I'm bailing, I'm blowing this popsicle stand, and I'm gonna go head to Davy's house. Who's Davy, we don't know, and see if I can use his phone, see if he's a normal human being that has a phone. Because in 1979, I feel like people had phones, right? Like landlines, for the most part, I would think. So she decides she's gonna go use Davy's phone. She dips out.
If I'm not back in 10 minutes, form a posse.
Girl, horror movie 101. I know it's 1979, but like, you never split up. You always take your girls with you. Randy Meeks would be so disappointed. I know that wasn't one of his rules in the original Scream, but I feel like that's just a given. You don't split up. I do love her little like shawl thing that she's got going on, so I'm gonna give it a pass. I like the, you know, we love a little 70s kind of hippy dippy shawl moment. It's cute. So Eileen goes into Davy's house. You can tell her and Woody are like a match made in heaven because she's doing the same little hello, anybody there, classic wander and shout combination that never works. She just kind of does whatever she wants. She stumbles across more creepy mannequins. Apparently Davy's house, he also has like weird mannequins everywhere. So again, another red flag being thrown up. This mannequin in particular looks like she was definitely inspired by Norma Bates. She then hears the sound of a super creepy voice saying her name. Eileen. And she's like, oh my God, Woody, is that you? My boyfriend.
Woody? Is that you?
Your boyfriend's talking to you like that? That's how he whispers sweet nothings into your ear? Like Ted Bundy. That is not what my fiance sounds like when he says my name, let me tell you that. It's creepy as hell. Okay, I'm kind of working on my brows a little bit. I'm gonna talk and then I'll fuck with this eyebrow because this eyebrow is wonk. It's wonk. So Eileen's kind of wandering around because she keeps hearing that voice say her name and she thinks it's her boyfriend. I don't know. Maybe she's on that wacky tobacky. It is 1979 after all. That would also explain why she doesn't notice all these mannequins' eyes moving as they watch her walk by. Because some of them are like wax figures and some of them are mannequins. I don't know. It's like a whole fucking plethora of creepy bullshit. And again, I know I've said it before on this channel, but this really reminded me of that Twilight Zone episode in the After Hours. If you haven't seen that, it is my absolute all-time favorite. Marsha, come on, dear, climb off it. No one's even gonna know. Like, literally that came out in like 1959. I'm losing it. So we also get a crazy jump scare at this part as she's walking around. It literally made me yell, oh shit, out loud, which is, you know, saying something. What is that? Eileen has a super normal response as well as this thing literally moves a chair with its mind, like straight up doing telekinesis. I don't know if I would be that chill, but go off, girl. Give him that dead Zoloft stare. Never let him see you sweat. Be pissing myself. I'd be pissing. So this is a really weird detail that I got hung up on, but I don't like this mannequin in particular. I don't like that weird little like half smile with like the choppy chestnut bob moment. It reminded me of those little heads that you get in cosmetology school. One of those little heads, but if someone turned her into a woman named Diane. She looks like she is gonna forcibly take you to Bob Evans. She looks like she's the only woman in the world that still irons. She looks like she knows a secret, and the secret is a homicide. I could keep going. I have more of these, but I'm gonna let it go. I'm gonna let it go. So Eileen gets strangled telekinetically with that little red flight attendant scarf that she's got wrapped around her neck. It's kind of the perfect murder, no fingerprints. Smart. Oh, and then we have to see the Diane mannequin again. The Dianakin. Let's call her the Dianakin. We have to see the Dianakin again. I hate it here. That is a haunted woman. I'm gonna really quick just grab some brow gel now. I like the little prongs on it. It's real nice. Well, that's real nice. That's real nice. Oh no, I fear I may have unlocked an old vocal stem. That's real nice. Tell me why I have so many vocal stems. I feel like I look crazy. I can't explain it. I don't know if I stand by this makeup necessarily. I look like Jack Nicholson in The Shining. My eyebrows just look so arched, don't they? They look really like... Meanwhile, back at the Creep Factory, Molly and Becky, they're kind of walking around checking things out. They see this particular wax figure, they stop at it, and Molly touches it for whatever reason, and then utters a line that I'm pretty sure makes all of us want to crawl out of our skin.
Oh. What's the matter? Feels like flesh.
I don't like that. I don't like the line or the way you said that. And I don't like that the wax figure feels like flesh. I don't like that. I don't think any of us do, right?
I don't want to look at it anymore.
Girl, I totally get it. It's how I feel when I'm trying on clothes and I have to look in the mirror. Old Man Slauson comes back in and he's like, hey guys, so Jerry left to go like get a part for his car. And then Slauson just kind of sits and hangs out with his girly pops. He's like, let's braid each other's hair. Let's like talk about boys, but not boys. He actually starts talking like unprompted about his wife.
She can make a pot of chili, make your mouth water just thinking about it.
Literally no one asked. Thanks for sharing.
I'm sorry, I get carried away sometimes.
Well, now I feel bad. Let's move on. I wanted to do bright colors today, so we're going to be doing some really bold tones. Do they have anything to do with the movie? No, but sometimes I really can't think of a look that goes with a movie, so I just do whatever I feel like. So Slauson decides he's gonna go over to Davy's house because he notices that Eileen's gone. He's like, what the fuck, where is she? And they're like, yeah, she went over to Davy's to use the phone or whatever. So he goes over to Davy's house and boy does he find Eileen. He finds her mannequin corpse. Like she's become a mannequin. She's still wearing that little fuck ass red Fred Jones ascot trying to make it work. I get it, girl. I try to make straight across bangs work. It's time to let go. So speaking of letting go, Slauson, I guess, created some wax reimagination of his dead wife. That's the one that they touched and said like, oh, it feels like flesh. She's like a reimagining of Slauson's wife that died. Yeah, I don't know, man. Red flags waving all over the place here, especially because he also lies about seeing Eileen. Like he found her dead mannequin body, but he goes back to the other girls and he's like, no, I don't see her. I don't see her. That's not great, right? Something's going on here. Becky decides she's gonna head up to Davy's house because she's like, something ain't right here, dude. I'm not feeling this. I'm gonna go find Eileen and Woody. She decides she's gonna kind of poke around, see what she can find.
Eileen. Woody. Come on.
Pretty sure the song is Come On Eileen, but hey, whatever you say, girl. I feel bad for anyone who's named Eileen because that song has to have ruined your name, man. Becky heads up to the attic. Always a smart choice. She finds Eileen's mannequin body. She gets tackled by that weird, like, telekinetic dude. Remember the one that killed Eileen with just his eyes? He tackles her and she, like, bonks him over the head with a disembodied mannequin arm. I respect the hustle. Good for her. She actually said no, not today. I know what you're thinking. Oh my god, another blue look? Yes, but this one's gonna be a little bit different. It's more of like a blue and lavender combo because I have this really pretty eyeliner from Melt Cosmetics. Y'all already know how I feel about them if you see my videos. And I really wanted to use the lavender, but I wanted to do like just really cool tones today. I also want to take this point to remind all of us that this movie is rated PG. So this scene of Becky getting mauled by all these mannequins and then laying on the floor as these mannequins are singing. Rated PG. That means this played on television and likely traumatized millions of people. Like it's gonna traumatize me for the rest of my life. I don't like the noises that they make. Who came up with this movie? I just want to ask, what's the big idea? I just want to know. What the fuck would you go through? Because you know they went through something. I know you're thinking that shape looks awfully familiar. It's gonna look different. I promise it will. So you're probably thinking, okay, that had to have been the most bizarre scene in this movie, right? The fucking weird, like, moaning mannequins, like, doing their thing. Wrong-o, it is not. The next scene is arguably weirder. So our resident telekinetic creep, he is, like, fine, you know? Yeah, he got bonked over the head, but he's like, that's like a regular Thursday for me. So he grabs Becky, brings her down to the basement. That's where Jerry's waiting. Remember Jerry? We thought he went to town. That's what Mr. Slauson said. Yeah, Jerry's not in town. He has been captured by the telekinetic weirdo dude, and he is tied up in the basement. We also meet, I don't think they ever say her name, but there's a girl that's like tied up to a table down there too. So this is like not a good scene, right? It's a little uncomfy. Telekinetic dude comes down. He's being all kinds of weird.
You're so pretty.
Yikes, dude. That sounds like the type of guys that come up to me at bars, or used to when I went out. How you doing tonight? That's literally something that verbatim happened to me. I'm gonna blend a little bit of this like cooler tone blue. Oh yeah, cooler tone blue, as if blue isn't just inherently cool tone. But this one is like it's actually cerulean. So Jerry, while he's tied up, he kind of tells Becky that this telekinetic weirdo guy is Davey, the neighbor who is actually Slauson's crazy brother. Remember, he was supposed to like leave for the city or whatever to make mannequins and shit. Apparently he didn't do that. He's still there. He lives like right next door to Mr. Slauson or whatever. So Jerry somehow has found this out, and as Davey kind of leaves the room for a minute, Jerry fills Becky in. He's like, girl, this is who this guy is.
We are going to have a party. How do I look, huh? How do I look?
Davey, I know for a fact you don't party. Davey's version of a party is a little bit different than mine. When I think party, I think, you know, like a couple of drinks with some friends. I'm thinking music. I'm thinking bowls of like varying potato chips that I'm gonna subtly eat most of throughout the duration of the night. That's what I'm thinking when I think party. Maybe a charcuterie board. Got money in this economy. So Davey's version of a party is covering somebody's face in plaster while they're tied to a table. The worst part of this whole scene is that he literally explains to her what's happening as he's doing it.
You'll never see again. You won't be able to breathe, but you won't suffocate. Your heart will burst from fright before you lose consciousness.
And then it does just that. She literally has a heart attack because she's so scared, because this guy is such a fucking genuine creep. And honestly, that would be me too. I would just give up. I would be like, I'm just gonna cease to exist at this point. I'm dead. I know I've mentioned before on this channel, if you've watched my videos, I have really bad claustrophobia. This whole scene, I literally, my heart was pounding. I was like, I feel fucking sick to my stomach because, oh, suffocation is such a big fear for me. Just being like trapped in any way like that, oh, I don't like it. I'm also gonna again remind us, this movie's PG. We're watching a girl literally being covered in plaster and having a heart attack because she's so scared of suffocating to death. PG for what? I need to put on like a lip mask or something. Oh yeah, but don't forget about Molly though. Remember, she's like the final girl kind of energy, white dress, you know, innocent, whatever. She did not go to Davey's house with Becky. She was like, no, we can't. Mr. Slauson said not to leave the wax museum or whatever. Of course, Molly listened because she's like the good girl. Becky did not. Now she's, you know, tied up in a basement, so that's what you get, Bex. So Molly goes wandering around looking for her friends because she's like, I'm the only one. Like, everybody's gone. So she goes looking around and she doesn't run into her friends, but she does run into Davey. I guess he bailed on his party early or something. And he is carrying around her friend Woody's severed mannequin head. If it's a severed mannequin head, I'll be very upset. I changed it up a little bit. I gotcha. Especially a severed mannequin head that screams. That's a sleep paralysis demon. This is the stuff of nightmares. I mean, I'm almost 30 and watching this, I was nervous and creeped out. If I was like 10 years old and just casually seeing this on broadcast television, I would have made myself sick because I was so scared. That is so fucked up. Though I did laugh when he throws the head at her. That was kind of funny. I'm gonna start doing this liner. This is that Touch of Lavender liner. I think it is a limited edition liner from Melt Cosmetics. It's their Edward Scissorhands collab, which very random collab. This is such a pretty, beautiful, unique shade, purple. I just want to kind of cover the lid with that. Yeah, that's so pretty. And I do have hooded eyes, so I'm gonna go up a bit. Oh, my hooded eye girls say what? It sucks having hooded eyes. It's so hard to work with. I've learned some tricks over the years, I'll tell you. I'm gonna kind of pull here. I know that Shouldn't do this because pulling causes premature wrinkles, but c'est la vie. That is pretty. I hope the purple shows up on camera. I have a feeling it's just gonna look blue, and I really don't want it to just look blue. I want you to be able to see the purple. Okay, I'm back. I did some blending. I had to fuck with it a little bit. Anyway, let's get further into it. So Molly's running away from Davy. She's like, I gotta get out of here! And she gets picked up by Mr. Slauson, who, remember, he left and said he was gonna look for Eileen, even though he already found her. I don't know. So he picks her up and he does confirm with her, yeah, that's my brother Davy. He did not leave for the city. He's definitely unhinged. I think he tries to like act like Davy isn't that bad. Like he's like trying to insinuate like, oh, he can't help it. He just has problems or something. Like he can't help it. And Molly's like, okay, well, we gotta go to the police because this dude is killing people. And Mr. Slauson's like, yeah, no, sure, totally. But first I want to find Davy. More red flags coming up. This man is weird. He's like, I want to find him first and then we'll take him to the cops or we'll call the police, right? So he says the only way to bring Davy out is to play music. He always comes to music. Yeah, that's weird, but you know what? If they would have played like Zeppelin 2 or something, that would get me out of hiding too. So don't worry though. He gives Molly his shotgun that he's been holding for like majority of the movie. He's like, here, take this. If anything weird happens, you just shoot the gun. I'm gonna go turn on some music to kind of draw Davy out. At least he's giving her a gun, right? He's helping her defend herself. He goes back into his house and kind of like starts playing music to try to draw Davy out. Unsurprisingly to us all, Davy shows up. Also unsurprisingly, Molly is forced to shoot him. She shoots him right in the gut. But surprisingly, Davy's response to being shot is this.
Dang, dang, you're dead. Dang, dang, you're dead.
Because he was shot with blanks. Again, unsurprisingly, Davy is Mr. Slauson. They're the same person. That wasn't really shocking to me. I think pretty much immediately I assumed that it's very Norman Bates, you know, like very adjacent to that, right? I kind of assumed pretty much right away. And, you know, maybe for the time that was surprising, but are any of us shocked? No, they're the same person. I will say the reveal, I thought they did a good job with. Quite creepy how he like gives her the gun and says, oh, protect yourself, knowing that there's nothing in it and then coming back and like terrorizing her. That was scary. I thought they did a good job with that. I think this movie is actually sufficiently pretty creepy. I think they did a good job with it, especially with it being PG rated. I know I keep saying that, but I'm gagged that it's rated PG. It's crazy to me. So Molly runs off into the night again, chased by Mr. Slauson / Davy / telekinetic bastard. I really took issue with her, the way that she runs away. Why are we just like stopping to cry and look around? I don't know. It's bizarre. I swear to you, I would be fucking sprinting out of there. I would be Mrs. Doubtfire. Help is on the way, dear. Hoofing it out of there if I saw this fucker do half the shit that he's done so far. So why we're stopping to pause and reflect on this situation beats me. Shockingly, Molly's lackluster escape skills get her caught by Mr. Slauson. She like runs back to the watering hole and somehow he's behind her in the water and like springs out and catches her. So I don't think any of us are shocked to see that she got caught after, you know, she took a fucking 45-minute nap. Molly gets caught by Slauson and then he like goes back to his house to have dinner and talk to himself, which I actually found relatable. I have full conversations with myself in which I both ask and answer my own questions. I'm very normal, and you know what? I think talking to yourself is not a bad thing. Like, I'm just like voicing my opinions out loud. It's how I process things. My moon's in Gemini. Like, I have to do that. I have to argue both sides of the situation. I'm me. So he goes back and has dinner, talks to himself. Found that relatable, but the scene overall I did not find relatable because just watch.
How's that?
Let's eat.
That's what I said. Let's eat. Is it good?
Yes, it's very good.
You want some crackers?
I'd like some more crackers, please.
I'm gonna retract my relatable statement because this movie is so fucking weird. Like, what is happening? Why is this part even in here? And I think part of why it's so weird is the kooky, silly fun time music playing in the background. Like, why did we have that? I don't need that. It makes it so bizarre. Like, it's already bizarre enough. We don't need this like doot 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 like music in the background. What the fuck's happening? Meanwhile, Becky and Jerry escape from the basement, kind of. They get upstairs. Slauson's like playing with a bunch of dolls and mannequins in his room. I don't know, guys. This is just what's happening. I'm just reporting on the scene. So they're trying to hide amongst the mannequins. They're like, oh, maybe if we do the like mannequin challenge, he won't see us. Well, he's obviously unwell, and he's like,
wait a minute. You're an imposter.
They get got. He kind of figures out that they're, you know, real people and not mannequins. And yeah, we get another chase scene where the sense of urgency is a little off, I would say. We get a protagonist stopping to linger and kind of ponder around, look at the scenery instead of just hightailing it out of there, get out running. Hoofing it out of there like I would be. Actually, what is wrong with these people? Have they not been sufficiently scared enough to just like sprint out of there? I have been, and I'm not even in the movie. Like, I don't know why we're caressing a tree, but again, Becky also has lackluster escape skills and gets caught as well. I think we all saw that coming. The only difference with Molly and Becky is Molly got carried up and like laid in a bed, because remember, he has like a weird thing for Molly. He like cares about her. Becky, he's like, nah, fuck her. I don't like her. I'm gonna bring her down to the like wax museum or whatever and have all of my mannequins like shoot guns at her. I don't know, man. Telekinetically making the mannequins shoot at her. Why? I don't know. Why he doesn't just kill her himself? Who can say? You know, a lot of questions not being answered here, but that's my channel. That's my life. This was the part where I was hoping, like, maybe the telekinesis will be explained finally, right? I'm like, cool, he's sitting there. We can see now who's doing it. It's Slauson. He's the one who's controlling things with his mind and killing people. I figured, okay, maybe this is the point where this all gets explained and we understand why he has telekinesis. Spoiler alert, we never find out. The telekinesis never gets explained. He just has superpowers. We don't know why. Cool. Great. I love ambiguity for sure, as we all fucking know. I love when it's like, oh, you decide and leave it up to you. We're just not gonna explain this. I feel like it's lazy. Don't make me do half of your work. This isn't a group project. This is a film. Cool. No, I like that blush with it. It's a little bit more pinky neutral than I was gonna go. I was gonna go like warm brown, but I actually really like this. Love that. Ew, I hate that I just did that. Ugh. We just have to roll with it and accept it. He's telekinetic. So after many shots are fired, quite literally, at Becky, one of the mannequins tosses a knife into the back of her head and it hits her right in the head and Becky dies. Bye, Becky. I guess she won't be heading out anytime soon.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Slauson decides he's gonna bring Molly up to the mannequin-filled attic, because, like, who wouldn't want to hang out up there, right? So he brings her up there. We get the little mannequin choir from earlier singing their terrifying song again. PG. I don't have words. I don't know what else to say at this point. It's fucking terrifying. Slauson explains his brother's actually dead, and so is his wife, which we already knew the wife was dead, but the reason she's dead is Slauson killed her and his brother when he found out they were having an affair. Which is kind of weird. Like, why would you sleep with your husband's brother? Do I think cheating is right or okay? No, it's not. But, like, I can understand why people sometimes cheat or have affairs or whatever. I can understand that, I guess. Like, you know, things happen, relationships are complicated, whatever. I don't really understand why you would ever cheat with a family member of your spouse. That seems a little weird to me. It's like borderline incestuous a little bit. It's not, but it is. I don't know. It's just weird. Well, yeah, fuck me like your brother does. Like, that's weird, dude. Don't do that. I don't know who's giving this man legal advice, but they are not his friend.
She and him had to die. I got a legal right to that.
I don't really think that's how the justice system works, but I'm not gonna argue with a man who has a fake mannequin of his dead wife, because that's giving Ed Gein, so whatever you say, Slauson. So he goes off into this whole little soliloquy, oh, poor me, poor Slauson, nice guy always finishes last thing. He's also being really weird with Molly. I mean, of course, right? No surprise there. He like made a mask out of her face, I guess, and puts it on Molly and then kisses her. What the fuck's happening at this point, right? So don't forget though, Molly is not the only survivor at this point. We've still got Jerry. He ran away. He like broke through the window and ran away when Becky was running away, and Slauson ended up catching Becky but not Jerry, because you know, he's one guy. He can't catch both of them at the same time. Though actually, he probably could with his telekinesis. I don't know, whatever. I'm back and I have lips and lashes on. I know that's kind of unsettling, but I just had to hurry it along. Jerry comes back. He's trying to save Molly and help her out, but bad news Jers. Jerry gets turned into a mannequin on the spot by Mr. Slauson.
I don't want to have to hurt you.
You don't want to have to hurt me.
I think we need a rule book on the telekinesis. Like, how does it work exactly? We don't know. I would love to like read the instructions, help us out a little bit here. We don't get a rule book on how Jerry's turned into a mannequin, but we do get this lovely sequence of Slauson dancing with his wife's mannequin corpse. And it keeps going back and forth between a mannequin corpse and an actual living woman that I assume was Slauson's wife. I don't know what that means. Does that mean that the mannequins are all dead people? I mean, I'm assuming yes, or that they come to life. I don't know. What I do know is this scene is very creepy. I agree with Molly here, who's had enough. She's like, you know what? I'm over this. I don't need to see any more of this fucking dancing. I'm done. She grabs an axe and just swings it right into Slauson's neck. Dies immediately. Very anticlimactic. Like, you would think with his telekinesis he could like pull it out of the neck or whatever. I don't know how it works. Again, we didn't get a rule book, but he dies pretty much immediately, and Molly skedaddles on out of there with her mannequin corpse friends in tow, and the last shot of the film is her driving away with all her little dead mannequin friends in the car with her. Now, I'm sure she won't need any intensive therapy after this. She looks totally fine. I mean, look at her. Looks like a well-adjusted individual to me. But what do I know? I've been medicated since I was 17. Hopefully you can still see my makeup because it got so dark in here. It's about to thunderstorm. That is Tourist Trap. What are we thinking? How are we feeling? Are you doing okay? Because I'm not. Let's talk about it. This is one of the strangest, most bizarre films I've ever watched, and I've watched a lot of strange and bizarre films. We've got lots of different things to unpack. The goofy, knucklehead, silly fun time music that was playing while people were getting murdered. The unexplained telekinesis. The mannequin choir. The dead wife mannequin that you just know Slauson was spanking it to when no one was around. The Dianakin. Like, we have so many weird points in this movie, so many weird different things that happened. But all of that being said, I do genuinely think this is one of the creepiest movies that I've reviewed on my channel. I mean, yeah, Last Shift, okay, that's definitely the scariest. This one I would say is the creepiest. Whoa, wind. Oh, okay, it's really windy outside all of a sudden. I'm gonna try to wrap this up as fast as I can. Definitely one of the creepiest movies that we've ever reviewed on my channel, and it's rated PG. I would love to know how that is. Maybe because there's a lack of like gore and nudity. I think it's pretty impressive that this movie is able to be as creepy as it is with essentially almost no blood. It's very impressive. Like, I kind of loved it. Hello, sir. Okay, we have a young man who has decided to enter. He wants to go check out the storm. Say hello, baby. Oh, he's pissed. He wants to get in the window. You're not getting in the window right now. Anyway, it's gonna get 3 pumpkins for me on my pumpkin scale. I do like this movie in a weird way just because it's so strange and bizarre and it just makes no sense at all. But it's creepy and unsettling and very unique. And for a PG rated movie to be this scary, I know I've been harping on the rating, but it's just insane to me. Honestly impressive. It's gonna get 3 pumpkins. I do wish some of the things were more fleshed out because there were some good ideas here. What do you think? I'd love to know if you have seen Tourist Trap. I watched it a while back. This was before I even had my channel, and I was like, this is one of the strangest things I've ever seen. And then when I came up with the channel, this one's always kind of been on the back burner. I rewatched it and I said, yes, it's happening. Definitely let me know what you think down below about Tourist Trap if you've seen the film. Let me know how you feel about this movie review, and let me know how you feel about the look, you know? I'm gonna, real quick, slip on a little bit of Violet Ends from Boy Smells. Old packaging, I know, but oh, it's so unique. Love this one. Someone online described it as smelling like a leather ashtray. They were like criticizing it. I think that's completely fair. It is a leather ashtray and I love it. Oh, it's so smoky. It's got pepper, it's got incense. It's very leathery for sure. I love it. It's such a unique fragrance. Thank you so much for tuning into Beauty and Bee Movies with me, Pale Kale, and listening to me ramble endlessly about horror and makeup. I really do appreciate it more than you know if you are just checking out my videos or if you're a consistent viewer. Thank you so much for the support. Please leave me a comment down below. I love seeing your thoughts and just seeing the different recommendations I get for movies. If you hear the rain outside, just know that that's part of the ambiance and the magic. Definitely under my control over here at Beauty and Bee Movies. Thanks again for watching. Let me know what you think down below. If you ever want to know what products I used on my face, they will be listed in the description box. And until next time, I'm Pale Kale. Thanks for watching. Spooky.